Men often struggle with opening up emotionally. Society has conditioned many of them to believe that vulnerability is a weakness. A 2021 study published in the Journal of Social and Personal Relationships found that over 65% of men hesitate to express emotions due to fear of judgment or rejection. But emotional connection is key to a strong relationship. If a man doesn't feel safe expressing himself, it creates distance, misunderstandings, and even relationship breakdowns. So, how can you create a space where he feels comfortable opening up? This video will break it down step by step. Why men struggle to share their feelings. Society teaches men to be tough. From a young age, boys hear phrases like "man up," "stop crying," "be strong." These messages teach men that expressing emotions, especially sadness, fear, or insecurity, isn't acceptable. As a result, many grow up bottling their feelings instead of sharing them. A 2020 study by the American Psychological Association found that 58% of men believe that expressing emotions makes them seem weak. This mindset makes it difficult for them to open up, even with someone they trust. Fear of being judged or misunderstood. Men often worry that expressing their emotions will lead to judgment. If they've had past experiences where opening up led to rejection, criticism, or even being ignored, they'll be even more hesitant. For example, a 2019 case study by relationship therapist Dr. John Gottman revealed that men who experienced emotional invalidation in past relationships were 70% less likely to express their feelings in future relationships. They don't always have the right words. Unlike women who are often encouraged to express feelings, men are not taught emotional vocabulary. A study by Harvard University found that men use, on average, 60% fewer emotional words than women when discussing feelings. Because of this, when a man does try to share his emotions, he may struggle to explain what he's feeling, shut down if he feels misunderstood, avoid deep conversations altogether. What happens when a man doesn't feel safe to open up? Emotional distance develops. If a man feels he can't share his true emotions, he may start withdrawing. He might seem distracted, unresponsive, or uninterested, not because he doesn't care, but because he doesn't feel safe expressing himself. Misunderstandings increase. When men don't verbalize their feelings, their actions often get misinterpreted. A woman might think he's losing interest when, in reality, he's just struggling to communicate. Resentment builds. If a man holds in emotions for too long, it leads to frustration. Over time, bottled up feelings can result in explosive arguments or emotional shutdowns. How to make a man feel safe to share his feelings. Listen without trying to fix. Many women instinctively try to offer solutions when a man shares a problem, but most men don't want immediate advice. They want to be heard. A study by the University of California found that men open up 40% more when they feel their emotions are acknowledged rather than dismissed with solutions. How to apply this? Instead of saying, "You should just talk to your boss about it," say, "That sounds frustrating. I'm here for you." Validate his emotions first, then ask if he wants advice. Create a judgment-free space. Men need reassurance that their emotions won't be used against them later. If a man shares something vulnerable and later in an argument it's thrown back at him, he may never open up again. How to apply this? Never mock or criticize his emotions, even in a joking way. If he shares something personal, respond with, "Thank you for telling me that," to reinforce trust. Be patient. He may need time. Men often take longer to process emotions than women. While a woman might want to talk about an issue immediately, a man may need hours or even days to organize his thoughts. A 2022 study by the Relationship Science Journal found that men who feel pressured to share emotions too quickly are 60% more likely to shut down emotionally. How to apply this? Give him space if he seems withdrawn, but let him know you're there when he's ready. Instead of pushing him to talk, say, "Whenever you feel ready, I'd love to hear what's on your mind." Lead by example. Share your own feelings first. Men are more likely to open up if they see vulnerability from their partner. If he sees you expressing your emotions honestly, it encourages him to do the same. How to apply this? Share small personal things first. I had a rough day today and it really helped when you hugged me. Express feelings without blaming. I feel a little overwhelmed right now and I'd love to talk. Use non-verbal reassurance. Not all communication happens with words. Simple physical gestures can make a man feel emotionally safe. A study by the Touch Research Institute found that men feel 30% more comfortable sharing emotions when they receive supportive physical touch, like a reassuring hand on the arm or back. How to apply this? When he's opening up, maintain eye contact and give a gentle touch on his hand or shoulder. Avoid crossing your arms or looking distracted. This can make him feel unheard. Respect his need for space. Sometimes men process emotions internally before talking about them. If he takes time alone, it doesn't mean he's ignoring you. How to apply this? If he withdraws, don't assume the worst. Instead, say, "I'm here if you want to talk." Trust that he will come to you when he's ready. Ask the right questions. Many men won't naturally start deep emotional conversations, but asking the right questions can help. Instead of, "How are you feeling?" which can feel vague, ask more direct but open-ended questions. How to apply this? What's been on your mind lately? Has anything been stressing you out recently? I noticed you've been quiet today. Want to talk about it? How emotional safety strengthened a relationship. In a 2019 study by the Gottman Institute, a couple struggling with communication underwent 6 months of relationship coaching. The woman learned to listen without interrupting, validate her partner's emotions, and avoid giving immediate solutions. Over time, her partner, who previously never shared emotions, began opening up about his fears, work stress, and even past trauma. The study found that once emotional safety was established, the couple's intimacy, trust, and overall relationship satisfaction improved by 75%. This proves that when a man feels emotionally safe, he naturally becomes more open, connected, and engaged in the relationship. The key to emotional connection. Making a man feel safe to share his feelings isn't about forcing him to talk. It's about creating the right environment. When a man feels heard, respected, and supported, he will open up naturally. This emotional connection strengthens the relationship, builds trust, and fosters deeper intimacy. If you apply these steps with patience and consistency, you'll notice a shift, not just in how he communicates, but in how deeply connected your relationship becomes. Would love to hear your thoughts. Have you experienced a situation where a man struggled to open up? Share your experience in the comments.